aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot, they get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll... at the 16. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Bring in the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, baller, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Punch it out of the air. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, but he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Running to the left. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Off play action on first down. Using the quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He's got it on the left.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like offense.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Gets it out quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
A little screen to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. The Wildcats are stopped, but not before getting the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Wildcats are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it behind the line. It's ball. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help the quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's not getting a thing done on first down. It's 2nd and long from the 24. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. He's got it. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They just keep firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Quick strike through the air for the score. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Going to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands. It's long. Turning it on. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back.
Looking deep. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, LSU! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Grab near the sticks. It's long. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Jackson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Handoff to the lone back. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll open the second half on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. There's the pressure. And down he goes back at the 3. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Quarterback may change this route. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. Working the middle. It's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun. Give on the inside. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Gives it on the option. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's got it on the right. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long. I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've really been a model of consistency throughout this game, and they've been able to build on that double-digit halftime lead and stretch it out a bit. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And they get him down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
LSU 31, Kentucky 10.
Had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give on the option. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Anderson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. grab near the marker is Watkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick completion on the out. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Using his feet. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Looking left. Hauls it in. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He'll try to take it back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. First down, 10 yards to go. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And the timing just a hair off.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better. And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug.